I struggled a lot with breastfeeding from my first baby, and I had to fight like literally all the negative energy. Like I always remember like my family, like telling me that your baby is so skinny is because of you don't have enough milk. Because I don't have, like, when I pump it's small, but I do have enough to feed my baby. But those negative words that have been said to me will get to you. So I always remember how I fought, how I fought all those negative things, and continue breastfeeding my baby, continue trying everything that I can to make sure that I have enough milk, and continue. 5 years later, I have 3 kids, and I've breastfed all of them, and I'm breastfeeding my current ones.
What's up, DamiGlow Tribe? Welcome to another exciting episode on our channel. If you're new here, my name is Damilola Gloville. I am super excited to have you here. Today, two of my friends from South Africa, Lungi and Mohagi, are sharing their postpartum and motherhood experiences. Let's meet them, shall we?
Hi guys, welcome to Demi's channel. My name is Lungsile Hadebe and I am from South Africa in the Free State. And if you're watching this and you're from South Africa, just let me know in the comment section and say hi, I'm Kaya. And if you would like to have like follow-up questions, I'd also advise that you put them down below in the comment section and then I'll gladly attend to them. So, who is Ulungisile? Ulungisile is just a girl, born again, love Christ. And I have 3 kids. My eldest son is 19. His name is Sibonga, and he is in university. He's doing his first year. And then my daughter, the middle one, she is 12 years old. And the youngest is 19 months. So I just wanted to give you a background of who I am and how many kids I have.
Hi guys, my name is Mohadi Morapi, and I am Khatson Caps 2 on Instagram. Do follow me, guys. I am so happy to be invited by Demi to be on the screen, for you guys. Thank you so much, Demi, for this interview. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Although I'm not feeling well, guys. This is not my real voice. I'm a bit sick. So Demi invited me to talk about motherhood and postpartum, and I was so happy because this is so close to my heart. Oh, by the way, I am from South Africa, guys. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for having me here.
Thank you so much for coming on my channel. So, my first question: did your perception of motherhood change after childbirth compared to what you knew or were taught?
Guys, I don't actually know. I didn't have any perspective about motherhood because even if I had, I'm sure it would have changed. But yeah, I now understand why you're given a new title, that now no, you are a new mom. You're not just Mukhadi or Mrs. Murabi, or so you are now a mother. There's a new title. That means a new purpose, new something. It's like you're getting a work title, so you're going to be doing something. So yes, so it's that perspective that I'm seeing in motherhood. It doesn't look easy, guys. Like from the outside, I think we usually tend to make it easy as moms, but it does not look easy. Motherhood is a lot, like, guys. It includes you feeling pain for your kids. Like it's like like it's like seeing your heart outside of the world. Like like your heart is inside, you can protect it and everything. Now it's outside, everyone can play with it and all those stuff. That's just how motherhood guides. Like you are there to protect and care for your baby and everything.
Was never taught motherhood, but what I knew, yeah, just growing up is just when you have a mother, you have somebody you can always look up to. You have somebody who is going to solve your problems, who's just going to make everything disappear, pain and inconvenience. So that has always just been my thing. Obviously, when I'm in pain, I tell my mom. When something happens, I tell my mom. Mom will take care of it.
Thank God for mothers, big moms, step moms, big aunts who took the place of moms. Thank you.
So when I gave birth to my son, I was very, very young, and I also needed mothering at that time. So I guess my mom was mothering all of us. We get one, but as I grow older, as I have more kids, I think my perception just of motherhood changes a lot, and there's more to it. and just being there for your kids physically, emotionally, and just spiritually. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen how, as a mother, you affect your children's like how they view life, and also just the generational pattern, that there are things when you're a mother and you're saying this will have to end with me. And I think just to not to deviate from the question, but to also make an example that what I mean by just cutting generational things off, like curses and whatnot. I remember there was a time I used to drink, and there was a time where I felt ukuthi, I don't want my kids to like carry over big drinking and whatnot. So I literally had to make that decision of saying, Guti, I don't want to drink anymore, and I wanted to end it. I want that thing to end with me. I don't want to pass it on to my kids. And it's always been my prayer that, Lord, it has to end with me. So just perception of motherhood in general, and also being able to stand in the gap for your children. It's not just for them, it's also for the generations to come, and also what it means being healthy so that you can be healthy for your kids. I've been in places, dark places like stress, and I've seen how that affects motherhood. And I've been at my happiest, and I've seen how that makes my kids happy. And just in terms of spirituality, taking your kids to church, and also you being spiritually fit, how that affects your family. So I'd really say that perception wise and just doing life has really showed me, and it has, like, I've grown over just having one kid. I see also how my parenting style has changed from each kid, and how I grow softer with every kid.
I love what you said about generational patterns. I mean, I am already working on the things I do not want to pass on my kids. Let it end here. Let it stop with me. Let me become better so that as I'm growing them or teaching them and we grow together, we are doing the right thing, or how it is supposed to be, not me passing on to them weird or bad traits that I don't like in myself. Yeah. So, yeah, well done, Mama. How did you balance caring for your baby with other responsibilities and self care?
Is there balancing? Because I don't know. I don't know if there is balancing in motherhood, because it is so hectic, guys. It's so hectic. But you know what? I have a helper that helps me with things in the house. So that helps me a lot, that I don't have to think about cleaning dishes, and all the stuff. So she helps me. She also helps me take care of my baby, like, in terms of bathing the baby, when I'm working, also takes care of the baby because I'm a full-time working mom. So, but yeah, having three kids under five, it's a lot. It's a lot. So having a husband that also helps and is present, that is helping me to actually balance some of the things or the responsibilities in the house. So my husband is very, very hands-on in terms of that. So yeah, and guys, I create time for self-care, because if I don't, it will never happen. It will never happen. Just create it, just schedule it on the calendar and say, on this day I am going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it will never happen. So everything, that's how I balance. I schedule everything. Like, even if I have guests or people that I'll be visiting in the house, I'll schedule like on my calendar. So my calendar has got everything, like, that I've planned. So you can see that, no, this month I'm gonna be overwhelmed. I need to schedule a me time. So that helps me a lot in terms of that.
For me, I don't know if balance is the right word, because I feel like it creates a perception that everything should be equally done. And once you have everything equally done, then you have a perfect life, which I do not believe, Uguti, we can live our life based on that. Sometimes you excel at gym, sometimes you excel at parenting, sometimes you excel at work, and sometimes you don't. So there's always going to be that wave. However, for me, if we had to use the word balance, I'd say um, just showing up, showing up, knowing what you want, knowing what your priorities are. Like for me, parenting for me is very important. So it's very important for me to have um, that in a box of things that I wish to achieve. So parenting is just one of those things that I'm intentional about. And as much as I feel I'm always showing up, and also being partnered with the Holy Spirit to teach me things that I don't know, and also unlearn things that have been passed down to me.
Emphasis on partnering with the Holy Spirit.
So gym is one of those things where I feel like I'm having time for myself. Church is also one of the things where I feel like we're cultivating something, we're building towards something as a family. So self-care for me is a lot of things. Sometimes it just means me being by myself, me being with my friends, me being with happy with my parents, and just giving and pouring more to myself so that I can be able to pour out to my family.
Self care is really important. You need to pour into yourself to be able to give to others. I mean, you cannot give what you do not have. To my next question: how has your relationship with your partner evolved since becoming parent?
Look, guys, I dated my husband for 5 years. So we did a lot through that dating, like, the going out, the getting to know each other. So by the time we got married, we just started to have kids together. So yeah, so the constant decisions, guys, the constant decisions, they'll make you guys grow by fire, by force. You literally have to decide everything for your little human beings, the school, what are they going to eat, all those things. Like, so it helps us to grow closer together. And especially when we're planning for their future, you feel like that now we have more purpose, in this life that we have to do together. So it has helped us a lot to grow.
Oh, I love that. Next question: what are some of the most important lessons you've learned about yourself since becoming a mom?
Lesson I've learned is to be patient. So I've learned to be patient. To be honest, you need it in this motherhood because it's hectic, guys. Motherhood is hectic. You need some patience. So I've learned to be patient and to be calm in the storm so that I can be able to handle the storm that comes with it. And I'm also self-aware of the things I say because I'm raising human beings, guys. They hear and see everything that we do. And you have to think about how, as a mother, you're going to be contributing to the world, how your kids going to be interacting with the world. So how you speak to your kids, how you react at everything that they are learning from you.
Hmm. Children learn by watching and listening. So being aware of what you do around them is great. Well done, Mama. To my next question: as a mom, do you feel guilty or have self doubt? How do you handle it?
You know, when you're tired and you don't feel like it, or sometimes you snap at the kid, or you just feel guilty. I wonder if these kids, I'm raising them like in the ways of God, in the ways where they will thrive by themselves. There's always that doubt. I don't know if we ever get to that point where you are confident to say, now I'm just I'm doing an amazing job. And there was once a post I saw on Instagram, and somebody had said good parents they always worry if they're doing more than enough, as opposed to just, I'd say, bad parent. I don't even know what bad parenting is, but um you always, if you're a good parent, you always wonder. But recently, when I took my son to university, and just being worried about him, and he updated his status update on WhatsApp, and I saw that he was in church. And for a moment I felt proud as a mother to say, Guti, there's a lot of things that we did wrong as parents, but this is one of the proudest moments because I didn't have to tell him, but he went on his own. He didn't even tell me. I just saw from his status update that he went to church, and I felt validated. Uguti, you know what? Maybe there is something you got right. And not everything was a mess. Some things were actually like good, even better, if we have to say, because there's nothing as liberating to a parent seeing their child giving their life to God. So as much as you feel doubt if you're a parent, there has to be something that you're doing right. And we're praying to God, we could see, I hope this plants like a positive seed in my son's life, and it did. So I hope that answers the question.
Yes. Regardless of how you feel within as a mom, know that you are doing one or two things right. So relax.
For me, I am feel guilty all the time. Um, sometimes you're gonna go out to fill your cup, so that you can come back and be a happy mama again. Like, as you already said, in terms of how do you manage being self-care on yourself. So sometimes you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna manage time to go out. While you are out, then you'll be thinking about your kids, or why. Like, I recently, I had my birthday when my newborn was like literally, think, 2 weeks. And I scheduled that on my birthday it's gonna be about me. Well, obviously, like, for like just 4 hours, not the whole day. So I had to leave 4 hours my 2 weeks baby so that I can be happy, because I'm just gonna be sad, guys. My birthday is important to me. So, but while I was out with my husband, I was constantly thinking that I could have scheduled it, after, like. So I've learned that they will always be like, I could have. So through that, how I manage and handle the self-guilt or self-doubt, like, because the doubt was doubting myself, that of the decisions that I have made, of putting myself first before my baby, so that I can come back and be happy. So you have to think about, what, I took this decision because of positive things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how I handle it. That's how I handle the guilt and the self-doubt. I always have some positive things, to say about my decision, and that helps me, because at the end of the day, I came back happy, and to be like, happy for my baby and to care for my baby.
Next question. Can you share any humorous or memorable moment from your journey through motherhood so far?
I'm on baby number 3. I can't pick a memorable moments. Like, it's me. It's holding them, after birth. Like, holding them in my arms. So it's like, I can't be like for my first baby, because all of them, like, it's always so nice. That's like, the first memory that I have of holding my baby. I'm like, I actually made a human being. I actually have a baby. Those are the memorable moments when they're so tiny and you hold them in your arms. So yeah, so that's my most memorable part. But the other part that comes to motherhood that are not so, like, nice. Well, I don't know the weight. Like I'm saying, it's like not only happy but challenging stuff that I have, that is memorable, that I always remember in my journey of motherhood, is struggling with breastfeeding. I struggled a lot with breastfeeding from my first baby, and I had to fight, like, literally all the negative energy. Like, I always remember, like, my family, like, telling me that the baby is so skinny is because of you don't have enough milk. Because I don't have, like, when I pump, it's small, but I do have enough to feed my baby. But those negative words that have been said to me will get to you. So I always remember how I fought, how I fought all those negative things, and continue breastfeeding my baby, continue trying everything that I can to make sure that I have enough milk, and continue. 5 years later, I have 3 kids, and I've breastfed all of them, and I'm breastfeeding my current one. So yeah, so that's one of the memorable um stuff I have in motherhood. And yeah, that I can say, I look back and I'm like, I fought. Even the nurses, when you are there, when the baby was crying, when I was still in hospital, they're like, you have to give your baby formula. And I'm like, not my child. If this baby have to sleep in my boob, let the baby sleep in my boob. So it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, but there is happy moments. Guys, the most thing was when my baby's first poop. I remember calling my husband because he was back at work. I was like, she finally pooped. Guys, it's so exciting. Like, because you, like, every day, and having your mom at home, you'll be like, your baby has not pooped the whole day. That's not right. By the time, like, she pooped, I was happy. My husband was happy. We're sharing the memory together, like pictures, guys. I'm like, Oh my gosh, our baby had the first poop, So it was so nice, guys.
Oh, that's beautiful. Next question. What strategies do you use to prioritize self care and avoid burnout as a mom?
Strategies will be my family. Like I've already given you guys a glimpse of what my life looks like. But my mom and my sister, we all in the same town. So from time to time, they always like take baby. Especially when I'm sick, my mom took my baby when I had like flu that felt like it was COVID. My mom took the babies and I got to relax, coming back from work and just throwing yourself in bed and just sleeping is just one of the things how I prioritize. And also just them seeing, oh, to know now you need a timeout, you need to go do other things like be yourself. So I'm very grateful for that. Also, sometimes going out with other mommies, it doesn't happen often, but when there's like things that requires me to take the kids out, like family time out, I use that. I use that for the kids to play, and I just have like time to myself, or my partner and I have time to each other. I use that a lot.
I communicate with my husband, because he's my partner in motherhood journey. Like, you gotta have a supportive partner. So I communicate a lot with him. I tell him when I'm burnt out. I tell him when I can't do this anymore, I have to pause. So that's when he has to pour more. Like I've already said, guys, I schedule self-care. I have to schedule it. If you don't do it, it won't happen. So um I do things that I love alone, alone as well. That doesn't involve my kids. I also do things that I plan with my family that will make me happy. I just feel like, self-care, it's a lot of things, like, so for me also, like scheduling to go out with my kids, that's also self-care, guys. Self-care doesn't mean, it's like doing, I feel like self-care is doing things that makes you happy, that fills your cup. That's how I see it. So I do that. I plan holiday. I also plan selfish holiday where it's just me and my husband. That one, I do it every year. I make sure me and my husband, we have that. That's what I call selfish holiday, where without the kids. So yeah, and also just asking some interrupted time without the kids, just 4 hours at least of just, I do not want to hear. Guys, if you go to people who have kids' house, there's that. So you just want to go away and not hear that noise, and come back and appreciate the noise, because it's gonna go one day. Time flies, guys.
Kids can be very loud, my God. And the funny thing is, you tend to miss them when they are not around or when you're not around. My next question. What has been the most rewarding part of being a mom?
I think the most rewarding part will just seeing your children, seeing how kind your children are, seeing how soft your children are, and just, you know, them having their own personality and their own thinking process. Because also my biggest fear is also just, trying to make kids be the way you are. So my kids have their own minds and they have like their own like way of doing things, and I love that for them. I love that they have their own personality. It's not something that I like want to force on them. And in as much as their own person, they have respect, they have love, they love God, they love people, and they're very soft and gentle, and I love that for them.
That's beautiful. To my next question. What is your biggest challenge as a mom?
Time. Late for everything. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the year's over, you haven't done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for me, it's time flies in motherhood, like it, and like it makes me not to balance a lot, because I cannot do a lot if time is too small. So that's what I'm struggling with, in terms of a challenge, is managing having time, for everything that I want to do. And it's a lot, like there's no way that it can fit in. So for me, it's the time. If we can have more time in a day, then great.
I sincerely wish we can have more time. What about you, Lungi?
I think the biggest challenge is, are you doing enough? Are your kids being protected? Do they feel like going home is going to a sanctuary? Because sometimes you get home and things are just things as Shangani, things are not like they're not working together, and you have like as much as you don't want to talk, but sometimes you have to put up your voice because you want to teach your kids. So I'm always like fearful, Gutsy. Are we doing too much correcting as to too much loving, or as opposed to too much loving or parenting? And then I realize sometimes, Gutsy, if you don't talk, then they're never gonna know. They're never gonna learn. But my wish is just that sometimes there'll be less just correcting, and there'll be more love and parenting. But I guess sometimes the correction, if they're done with love, then they also form part of parenting. But there's always that doubt, Yoguti, do we always have to be doing this? But I always tell myself, if you don't do it, how are they going to learn? If they are on their own, how are they going to know, Guti, this is right, this is wrong? So that is a challenge for me, and also something that I am seeking God in a lot. Like I'm just like, Holy Spirit, please just partner with me in raising these kids so that I have an awareness of when I'm giving love and when it's not.
I agree with you. If you do not talk or teach them, how will they know? That means you are leaving them to the hands of strangers or anybody to talk to them or teach them. And they can teach or tell them what you don't want them to know at that point, or just tell them something that is different from your values and your beliefs. So, yeah, I also commend you on partnering with God. I mean, we all need His help. To my next question, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced during postpartum period, and how did you overcome them?
It's breastfeeding. Block all the energy, block it, and listen to your doctor. Just block it. Listen to your doctor. That's it. With breastfeeding, I already talked about it. Another thing, the latest thing that I had now with the pregnancy is that I had swollen feet because of the big body that I have. I have a big body now, so my body can't handle it. So I get to have swollen feet. So putting them in ice has helped me. So put them in ice, not warm, because I started with using warm water, and then it was not. I started using warm water. It was not working. Then I used cold water with ice. It helped to heal quickly.
The biggest challenge was I just didn't slow down. I think we don't get enough rest as women, or we don't give ourselves rest. We just don't know how to do it. We don't know how to switch off and say, now you need to recover. I give birth through C-sections, and that takes a toll on my body, but I just don't know how to rest. We had somebody coming in helping us, but I just always felt the need to wake up, do something, like make past. I don't know if I did overcome it.
I think it's a mom thing, yeah? It's like something is going to go wrong or something bad is going to happen if they are caught or found resting. Moms, rest. Next question. Did you get any professional help or support system during the postpartum period?
I did. I did. I can't do without help. I got my mom and my mom-in-law who came to help me. Guys, if your mom is not there, ask your aunt, ask your aunt to at least come and help you, or your sister. Like, at least somebody needs to come and help you, or get a helper, so that you can just focus on the baby, especially at night. So get, like, the first 2 weeks are very, very important. You need to sleep. So having somebody there, like, guys, I had my mom waking up at 2 a.m. to make me tea, and rusks, because I love rusks, and make me tea and rusks, so that, because I'll be like, oh, mommy, I'm so hungry. She'll wake up, guys, she'll wake up and go and make me tea and rusks. So have that kind of somebody that will, help you.
God bless mommy. God bless our mothers. God bless all mothers. It's not easy. Even as an adult, yeah, you still need your mom. You still need people. You still need, ah, mama. As a mom, you really do not get to finish your work. I mean, it doesn't end. no matter how grown your children have become, you are still their mom. You still care for them. You still want to be there for them. You still want to go out of your way to be there for them. It never really ends. Like the moment it starts, that is it. God bless all the mothers out there.
I did not get any help because I don't think I needed it just in terms of having like a professional. Maybe I did, but I never got to that stage where it was even recommended. And the support that I got will be just from family and like my partner, as I said, it's just support with the kids. But in terms of like my mental health and just spiritual things, I just went back to gym when I could. I think after 3 months I went back to just walking, and I also went back to church. Like I also said, Uguti, for me church is just where I like lift off things, where I just give them to the savior and he takes care of my problems and I just chill. So also gym is just one of those places where I feel like if there's too much happening, I go to the gym. It's like I offload. But I know that there are people who need professional help, and I'd highly recommend it. If you know that you need help with something that you would need to discuss with your partner and discuss with your doctor, and don't be afraid of any judgment. If you need help, and especially if there are pills that are going to make you feel better, I'd highly recommend it.
What activities helped you to feel rejuvenated during postpartum?
Sleeping. I don't know if it's an activity, but it's sleeping. Sleeping is very, very important, guys. It's very important. Sleep, 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 sleep. Your baby needs you so that you're not grumpy at night when they're awake. So you must sleep when they're sleeping. So you get help so that you can sleep while you're sleeping. So those are the activities that help me to heal faster and be able to take care of my baby. I don't know what else, but like, let me say after 2 months I took walks so that I can be active. That's it. But otherwise, sleeping is the most important thing you can ever do in postpartum.
Sleep. Okay. Next question. What advice would you give to partners or family members supporting a new mother during the postpartum period?
The advice to family members, partners, I think would just be to take the load off mommy. If she needs to go have ice cream date, daddy can stay with the kid. If mommy needs to go buy something new, it definitely would recommend. If you can be able to clean for mommy, if you can be able to give her like a pasta dish, do it for her. If you are able to do her washing, whatever it is that you are able to give that will relieve mom, I just highly suggest it. And another thing that I think worked for me the most is just also mommy going out with dad. I think that works. If there's somebody who can look after the kid, please do, so that my main dad can just have time for themselves. And sometimes also taking the kid with is also helpful, because it also teaches them how to be around during the public, because sometimes when you neglect babies so much that you end up going with your partner, then you don't know how to go out with baby, and then baby starts crying, acting out. So I'd also say it's something that you need to do in the early stages, where you teach each other that you have to go to the public with the baby, so everybody is just familiar with the environment.
I hope you all are taking notes because I am.
Make sure that the mother get enough sleep. I'm sure you know by now what I was gonna say. Make sure that they get enough sleep, because sometimes you will feel energy and you wanna still do certain things as a new mom, but literally you need to sleep. Like I had my mom who always reminded me that you need to sleep. Don't do that. You'll do it when I'm gone. So please, guys, make sure that you cook, you clean the house, you bath the baby, you entertain the baby during the day so that the mother can get some time to sleep. So that's the advice that I can give you.
What advice can you give to a new mom?
Advice that I can give to a new mom is just to say, listen to your intuition, listen to that voice, that always tells you, even if you've never been a parent, there's always going to be something that you're going to feel. So listen to that, trust yourself, and especially if you're doing everything in love, and help. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Ah, my baby's crying. Ask for help. That's one of the biggest things that we do as parents is you don't want to ask for help because you don't want it to look like you're struggling. And the thing with parenting is you're always going to need help. Even at my big age, at 38, I still need help. There's never going to be a time to say, oh, she's got it all together. Ask for help. If you need time out, ask. If you need somebody to come drive the kids and have ice cream dates with the kids for an hour, ask. If you need somebody to clean for you, ask. And also, my thing is, if you can afford extra help, take it. If you can afford somebody come clean for you, iron, cook, whatever it is, if you can outsource it, do it.
Ask for help.
There's something called mom instinct. You will feel it, trust it. There's a reason why there is there. Like it works a lot. So that's all I'm gonna say is that it makes motherhood simple. And also having support system that also helps. That's something that I can advise you. Have support structure because you're gonna need help in this motherhood journey. And another one, guys, is that make sure that you schedule time to sleep. You need sleep.
Sleep and ask for help, moms. Sleep. I know it's hard, but try to sleep and ask for help when you really, really need it. Yeah. Can you offer any words of encouragement or support to other mothers experiencing challenges in the postpartum period?
The encouragement that I can give is that if you feel like you are overwhelmed, it's normal. And if you see that other people are doing, or it seems like they're doing better than you, they most probably are, but there are ways to get help. If you need help, you can always tell somebody, you can always tell your partner. If you need relief and if you have friends you can trust, then you can always ask them because people look at you and they think you're coping. So if you don't say anything, people assume that you are coping. But if you tell them, I am tired, I wish I can have like 2 hours to myself, can somebody help me? I am sure people are more than eager to help. So my word of encouragement is that you are enough, you're doing more than enough, and asking for help does not take away anything from you, but it just gives you time to go reset, make life easier. I am for that. Like I cannot stress that more than enough. Yeah, and just have a community of people that are praying and believing with you. And if there are places that you lack, always know there's always support. There's support groups even from like the hospital, churches. Some churches have supporters, have support for new mommies. So whatever you can get your hands into, please do that. If it's gonna make you a better person, it's gonna leave you feeling refreshed at
Look, it will get better. Trust me. I have 3 kids, and it does get better with time. Remember, God gave you this precious gift because He knew that you are able to handle the precious gift. So everything that comes with it, we will be able to overcome the challenge. So it will take time, but it will get better as time goes on. So that's what I can thing I give you, the words of encouragement. And also don't be scared to ask for help. Shout for help. Shout for help. You need it. When you need it, shout for it. Like, friends, tell your friends, if you have friends, to come and help you. So my friends, they know when they come to visit me, to see the baby, they know that, like, that's when they come to help me. They'll help me do the dishes. Like if my helper is not there, they'll do the dishes. They'll make sure that, like, I eat, so I don't have to stress about somebody's coming to see the baby, I need to eat and all those stuff. No. So during the first period, that's why, there's a rule in African culture. I'm not sure it's still the same in Nigeria. In South Africa, African culture, they usually say that you people come and see the baby after 3 months, because that first 3 months you are tired, you don't have energy to host and everything. But if you have people that understand that, you can allow them to come and see the baby, because you know what, they're gonna come and help you, not you hosting them. So, yeah, guys, that's all that I can say. Thank you so much for having me here. I really, really loved it and enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Demi, for inviting me. I love you guys, and please don't forget to leave some nice comments there. In the comment section. Like this video and share it with your friends. As well, and families. Don't consume the good content that Demi is saving alone. Share it, and share it. I love you guys. I love you, Nigeria people. I don't know, everyone. I love you. I love you so much. Okay, bye.
That was really beautiful and I learned so much. I hope you all did too. Thank you so much, Lungi and Mohadi. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it like I did. Kindly drop your comments, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.